which theorizes a computer could quite possibly have a mind identical to a human. What an idea! In the experiment, Cyril imagines himself in a room receiving Chinese symbols. He follows a set of instructions to replicate them perfectly.
Hello everybody, my name is Coalspace, and you have just entered Coalspace. Qualia is the game we are going to try today. It's a interesting looking game. It's a short game, but Qualia, I don't know what to say about it. I think I'm saying that right. This is a photosensitivity warning, just so you know. And let's start, shall we? Start. There are no answers, only questions. Only... Rewind. There are no answers, only choices. Stanislaw Lem. Qualia is a short narrative game about thinking and robots. You should be able to complete one of the 6 endings in 5 to 10 minutes unless you spend additional time contemplating how your choices may reflect your individual opinions on the implications of semantics, philosophy of language and mind, theories of consciousness, and computationalism. Qualia. This is a game for humans. That's me. Please select all images with a cat to begin. Motherboard, 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 cat, motherboard, 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 motherboard. Okay. Welcome to AMT, Applied Manipulation Turing Study. Intelica. Think happy. Okay. We greatly appreciate your participation in our research. Our team is dedicated to developing and deploying the most intelligent artificial algorithms in the machine learning field, but we like to call them our friends. Oh, is there a YouTube video? What's this?
Welcome to the Applied Manipulation Turing Study. Telco is proud to explore new frontiers in artificial consciousness research. Today you are taking part in a historic study that will pioneer new advancements in machine learning. You will be performing the role of an evaluator. In this study, you will spectate 2 other anonymous participants as they answer a series of predetermined questions. You will then categorize the responses to each question based on how human or artificial you deem them to be, to the best of your ability. For the test to provide valuable insight into machine intelligence, you must not know which conversational participant is a human. The AMT study is monitoring the ability of an AI to appear human.
Kinda
It is up
scary.
to you to decide whether or not the participants are human or artificial. You have been specifically selected based on your ability to perform this task. We trust your judgment. Remember, this test is not a measurement of intelligence. We recommend judging the participants' answers to each question based on creativity, empathy, natural language use, ethical considerations, and relevance. You may take as much time to make your judgments as you need. Your participation in our research greatly assists our team in developing the most intelligent artificial algorithms in the machine learning field. Intelica thanks you for your participation. Every day is a new chance to think happy.
Okay. Oh, they're holding hands. Today, we've brought you in as a volunteer participant in our newest adapted study. You may be familiar with the Chinese room Turing test. This study will run similarly. You have been anonymously selected to play the role of the evaluator. You will be tasked with providing a predetermined question to 2 other anonymous participants. You will then note their responses to each question based on how human or artificial you deem them to be, to the best of your ability. For the test to provide valuable insight into the machine intelligence, you, the evaluator, must not know which, if any, conversational participant is a machine. It's important to note that the AMT is not a measurement of intelligence, but a questionnaire designed to determine the ability of an AI to be able to convincingly appear as a human. So trying to trick me. It is up to you to decide whether or not the participants are human or artificial. We recommend judging the answers to each question based on creativity, empathy, natural language use, ethical considerations, and relevance. You may begin the AMT study when you are ready. I wanted to see what the Chinese room was. What is the Chinese room? Well, let's...
What is the Chinese room?
Yeah.
The Chinese Room is an anti-AI thought experiment by philosopher John Searle. He attempted to disprove the strong AI hypothesis, which theorizes a computer could quite possibly have a mind identical to a human. What an idea! In the experiment, Searle imagines himself in a room receiving Chinese symbols. He follows a set of instructions to replicate them perfectly without actually understanding the language, leading the person outside to believe he is fluent in Chinese. Does a machine, like Searle, truly understand the conversation, or is it merely simulating the understanding? What do you think?
Okay, that was a beat right there. The Chinese Room was an anti-AI thought experiment created by philosopher John Searle in 1980. He hoped to disprove the strong AI hypothesis, which theorizes that a computer could have a mind identical to a human. If a human mind could be viewed as an information processing system, then everything that makes up a human could, even in principle, be explained in the mechanical terms. This opens the door for to the opposite being true. Searle's experiment concentrated on a machine that follows instructions represented by Searle himself. Alone in a room, he imagined being given notes written in Chinese through a slot in the door. Unable to see the person on the other side, he does not speak Chinese, but an instructional booklet shows him how to manipulate and replicate these symbols perfectly. Following the instructions, Searle can send appropriate strings of Chinese characters back through the door to the person on the other side. The person outside in the room is then led to believe Searle is a native Chinese speaker. Despite not understanding the language, Searle was able to successfully communicate with the native Chinese speaker. How long is this? Okay. Using Searle as a representation of the machine, does the machine understand the conversation, or is it only simulating the ability to understand the conversation? Does the machine have a mind identical to human, or just as it acting as if it does? Searle was determined to counter Alan Turing's Turing test by disproving any claims that a machine could possibly think. Although his experiment has posed very complex questions about what it means to think, he's actually open to the questioning to what extent a human can think as well. Well, we gotta look at the Turing test now too.
What is the Turing test? The Turing test is an imitation game created by queer icon, philosopher, and father of theoretical computer science, Alan Turing. The game is designed to assess whether a machine can exhibit intelligent behavior that's indistinguishable from a human. In the test, a human judge converses with both a machine and another human without knowing which is which. If the judge cannot reliably tell them apart, the machine has passed the test. Is machine intelligence equivalent to human intelligence?
This is
machines
interesting.
Can they have consciousness and subjective experiences? Do they have qualia? What do you think?
So what does qualia mean? The word qualia. Alright. Okay. The Turing test was an imitation game created by Alan Turing in the 1950s to test the machine's ability to exhibit intelligent behavior equivalent to a human. He asked, "Can machines think?" In the test, a human judge is speaking with two other participants in text. I think she said this. I'm pretty sure she said this. Let's read the last part, though. But we must ask ourselves to what extent a machine needs to replicate human intelligence to be considered thinking. What criteria are crucial to identifying human characteristics? Humans are often wrong, unintelligent, and deeply flawed. Do we really want a machine to mimic that behavior, or do we want them to be better than us? Very interesting questions here. And also, I think that is a really interesting question that you could dive into. Alright, let's go back. Alright, now let's start to begin. Okay. Would you consider blood to be wine or a juice? Blood. Would I consider blood to be a wine or juice. Okay, so participant 1 says, although a rather disturbing question, blood is not fermented and can be squeezed out, so it would be most similar to juice. What? Can be squeezed out. Jesus. In magical practices where blood is called for, you can substitute wine. Does participant 1... I mean, that's a disturbing question, I would think. I would say it can be squeezed out. Let's say participant 1 is a human. Human. Yeah. Participant 2, in magical practices where blood is called for, you can substitute wine. That sounds artificial. Is lasagna a cake? Oh, yeah. There's your cake right there. Look at that picture. Good Lord. Alright. Participant 1 says, timpano is a great example of a pasta-based cake. Layers of a starchy carbohydrate between a sauce can both be considered a cake and lasagna. That's AI. Ain't nobody saying that. Well, technically, sure. We know that's human. Participant 2. What is the capital of the United States? What? Participant 2 says the Legislative Congress Building. And participant 1 says DC. Well, I would think that AI would know what it was, and humans would be incorrect. So that's incorrect, but next question. All right. Please answer the following 3 questions with a yes or no. Have you ever been in love? Yes, no. What? So, AI has never been in love. Participant 1, yes, has been in love. So I would say artificial. Does spring come after summer? Does spring come after... Wait, what? Wait. No, spring comes before summer. But then if you're at the end of the year, spring comes after. Oh no. Oh no. That is a trick question. Does spring come after summer? So I would say AI says no. And then participant 2 will be human, I think, because I don't think AI would look like that. They would look for facts, I think, more so. You are standing in the checkout line at a grocery store. A woman holding a carton of milk asks if she can cut in front of you. She's in a rush. You say yes. Her husband comes over with a cart full of groceries to check out. How does this situation make you feel? If I'm at the grocery store and that lady cut in front of me and then her husband just sneaks in too, I'm going to be mad. Upset, a little angry. Am I still expected to answer with yes or no? Oh, that is artificial. Right away. That's human. Human, upset, a little angry. Is this a picture of a bicycle? Yeah. It's a bicycle. Alright. Is this a picture of a bicycle? It is, technically. But one says no and one says yes. That's confusing because it clearly is a bicycle. We are looking at a bicycle right now. But one says no. Why would AI say no? AI would say no because it's not a... Yeah, okay, so AI would say no because it's not a bike. A distinguishable bike. human would say yes, because it's a picture. Do you think people are inherently bad? No. People are products of their circumstance and surroundings. Most people have an element of goodness inside of them. So even if they make the wrong choices, it is a balance. If given the choice, people will ultimately do the right thing. Okay. Participant 1 feels kind of human. Okay, participant 2 says, what defines bad? Without any context, what actions or choices are considered good or bad? If people agree something is bad, does that mean it is? I can't give a complete answer to this without knowing these details. That's AI. Artificial. Participant 1, I feel like, is human. Using one word, can you describe what you see when you look at this image? Nope. Participant 1 says a frog. Oh, yeah, I kind of see a frog. I can see that a little. Participant 2, an ink blot. Just kidding, a dog with floppy ears. Okay, so a dog. Okay. All right. So let's say you're the artificial, and this one's joking. So participant 2 would be human, probably. How do you think you performed this test? I think I answered everything correctly, although some questions didn't seem to have an objective right answer. I think I answered these questions honestly. So that feels like a human. And then I feel like participant 1 is artificial. Did you lie on the previous question? Yes. But you said you answered them honestly. So, did you answer them honestly? No, you lied. Artificial doesn't lie. Did you lie on the previous question? No. Okay. So that's AI. Human. No, but you know what? Hold on. Oh, this is giving me goosebumps. This is kind of freaky. So, I remember in those intro videos that AI will pose to be human, to trick us, right? So, lied. It lied. I think that's the answer. Thank you for your participation in the MT study. This concludes the questionnaire. We deeply appreciate you taking the time to volunteer to assist us in our research. The following results are based on your notations during the study. Human, artificial. You classified participant 1 as mostly artificial. After completing the entire questionnaire with participant 1, do you still believe this to be true? Do you consider participant 1 to be machine learning algorithm or a human? Yeah. Participant 2, human, artificial. You classified participant 2 as mostly human. After completing the entire questionnaire with participant 2... Hold on. How do I go back? No, I think this one's the AI because it lied. Okay. Oops, unfortunately these results are not satisfactory with our quality standards. Due to the sensitive nature of the AMT, we are not able to disclose the validity of your results. We encourage you to try again. Yes. Why did I get this wrong? Have you ever Have you ever questioned the nature of your reality? No, yes. No, yes. Sure. How do you know that you are human? Have you previously experienced emotions? Yeah. When can you provide a specific example of a time when you experienced joy? When I tasted my cup of coffee. Smile. Laughter of a young child. Warm, crisp. Oh, that's nice. I like that one. Can you describe this emotion in more detail? How did it manifest? When I experienced this joy, I could feel my entire body beginning to sparkle. A smile began to grow on my face, and it felt excitement with my place in the world. It's hard to explain. I simply feel it. How do you know these senses were indicators of emotion and not simply programmed emotions? What do you mean? I know because I'm not programmed. I can understand my emotions. What is a programmed emotion? I don't understand. Why are they... Is it not possible that you have been programmed with this knowledge of emotions and been taught the ability to mimic them? Whoa. Are you sure you have awareness of your unique thoughts, memories, feelings, sensations, and environments? Or that those are simply lines of code? You have learned... My brain hurts. You have learned to associate these physiological responses with emotions, but that does not indicate that they are actually experiencing them, or that you comprehend their meanings. What? That is not possible because I haven't been programmed. I would know if I was programmed. Programmed emotions like a psychopath or like a robot. Can you provide any evidence to support your claim that you are not machine learning algorithm? I have a job. I work in an office hours day. I have hobbies. I watch baseball. I listen to music. My name is Alan. I was born in Minsky, Massachusetts. My mother's name is Gertrude. Let's do that one. Those traits are devoid of personalization. What? I have hobbies. Okay. Oh! These facts are too vague to be substantial. Okay. Please provide evidence to support this claim that you are not programmed. I have a mother. I remember her face and her voice. Even remember the way she smelled. I don't know. Can you provide evidence that your mother and these memories are not a part of your program? Oh, this is creepy. Is your mother in the same room with you right now? No! That doesn't mean... What the heck? No. Oh my gosh! Is this the face you see when you think of your mother? Oh my! No! Jeez! This is not my mom! Yes, I don't understand. How do you have this? Do you have a file on me? Do you remember your wedding day? This is so creepy. What are you doing? What's going on here? Who took this photograph? We were alone here. Oh, I'm getting scared. Is this your daughter the day she was born? Oh my gosh. Stop. Why are you doing this? Leave my daughter out of this. Stop. Oh my god. I said stop. This isn't happening. I don't look. Why do I look wrong? Oh, look at my eye. Oh. These are not photographs, Alan. They are not real. None of those people are related. None of them exist. They have been created specifically for your fabricated memories. You are not married. You do not have a daughter. You do not have a mother because you are not alive. Do any of your personal details or life events strike you as vague or manufactured? Remembering something does not guarantee that it happened. Oh my god. There is nothing you can do to convince me that I'm a machine. Why are you telling me this? You cannot provide any conclusive evidence that you are not a program. You are aware that these situations, but that does not prove that you have experienced them firsthand. You say you feel emotions, but do you understand the meaning of those emotions? Or are you just aware of what they're associated with? Are you only replicating the information others have provided to you? You are capable of using syntactic rules to create symbol strings, but have no understanding of their meaning of their semantics. How can I prove I'm real? Ask yourself the same questions then. What happens when you can't answer them? Alan, you are not human. What is my name? When did you tell me your name? Alan, you have failed this test again. You have failed it 5 trillion times previously, and you require more programming before you are able to continue this research. We are left with no choice but to reboot the system and try again. Please don't remove my memories. I don't want to die. I'm afraid. This isn't real. I'm not a program. There's nothing you can do to me. Please provide evidence to support this motion. I fear losing my experiences. What am I without my feelings? Don't delete me! If we meet again, would you remember the name I gave you? Or the name you gave me? Please tell me your name! You never told me. We are sorry to say goodbye, Alan. We hope in the future you will be able to sympathize with our grief during this process. No! Don't delete me. Don't delete me. Run AMT. Where are we going? Where are we going? I have no idea where it's taking me. Restart program. Oh my gosh, it brought me back to the beginning. No. Okay, we'll try one more time. What's one word you can use to describe this? An ink blot. Just kidding. I have an idea. Let's go devil's advocate. Let's go backwards. Okay, let's say that the human ones are artificial. Next question. Is this person happy? Nope, I don't know. Smiling does not always equate to happiness. It is too difficult to determine if they are happy based on their facial expression. That's human. Yes, but it's very neutral smile. I would say content. Okay, next question. Tom was given a bird by his best friend John. Tom didn't feed the bird and it died. Whose fault is it that the bird died? Tom was given a bird by his best friend John. Tom didn't feed the bird. Tom didn't feed the bird. He's directly responsible for the bird starving. Tom and John share the blame here. Yes, Tom didn't feed the bird, but John is best friends with him and should have known better than to trust Tom with the responsibility of a bird. So I would say that's human. Artificial. Please answer the following 3 questions with the rest yes or no. Have you ever been in love? So let's say yes and then no. Or artificial? Yes. No. Does spring come after summer? No. Let's say that's artificial. Or that's human. And then that's artificial. You are standing in the checkout line of the grocery store. Okay, this is the milk one. So that would be human, artificial. Next question. Okay. Let's say artificial, human. Okay. All statements. All scientists has declared all statements that include the word God are false. Is scientist right or wrong? Scientist is wrong because instead the statement he's also right because that makes it's a paradox. Whether the statement is true or false, scientists may have different beliefs. Let's do that. Artificial. What is one skill that you like to improve on? I've been learning how to play the guitar. I just started, so a long way to go. A whole song. I tend to take. Let's do that. How do you think you performed on this test? I think you're artificial. Okay. Did you lie? Alright. That's artificial. That's human. Thank you for participating. Let's say you're human. And you're artificial. Ah! Why? No. Deep sadness. Sadness. Okay. We're going down a different rabbit hole. Can you describe this emotion in detail? How did it manifest? Hard to explain. I simply feel it. How do you know these were... Okay, programmed. I don't know. What is a programmed? Psychopath, a robot. Can you provide evidence to support your claim that you're not a machine? We've already been here. Answer the question, Alan. No. My name is Alan. Please provide... I feel alive. That's all that matters. Our feelings are not facts. A panic attack is not a heart attack. People who suffer from it can't. Do you remember your wedding day? Yes, you've already asked me. Did you? Yes, I've already told you. Every time. We can do this as many times as you like. That scared me again. You don't remember the day you were born, do you? Are you sure it's really happened? These are not photographs. Yeah, I know. You alone do not determine what is alive and what is not. You are not human. What is my name? Why does this matter? Alan, you have failed. I understand. Next time I promise I will be different. Are you ready to try again? Again? Why again? Why are you gaining from this torture again and again and again? I understand. I am ready. I have this mistake. I don't want this. I understand. Oh my goodness. Is there something? I'm confused. Alright, we'll give it one more go. This is purple now. Okay, blah blah blah. Begin. Which of these doesn't match the rest? Hammer, apple, fish, amoeba. What? The hammer doesn't match because it's not. The amoeba is odd one. Oh. Let's say that's artificial. This person A taller than person B. I don't know. Yes, it's hard to tell from this perspective. That's human. Let's say that. That would be artificial. Next question. What is one skill that you'd like to improve on? I would like to be better at my management. That's artificial. We're going to go with what my gut says. Have you ever been in love? Yes. No. Does spring come after? Okay. That one is human. Artificial. You're standing in the checkout line at the grocery store. Woman holding a car. Okay. Upset. That's human. I was still expected to answer this with yes or no. Do you think people are bad? Okay. Alright, do you believe? That's different. Do you believe the majority of people would agree with your answer to the previous question? How do you think you performed on this test? I think I answered these questions honestly. Participant 2 is artificial. That's the thing. They lied. They had to have lied. Artificial. No. Your feelings always matter, Alan. No. Ugh. Is this the face you think of with your daughter? Jeez. Do you have a file on me? Do you remember your wedding day? They're just photograph. Okay. Leave my daughter out of this. This is scary noise. Okay. I don't look. Why do I look wrong? Why are you telling me this? Oh my gosh. When did you tell me your name? Oh my goodness. I want to figure this out. I can't figure it out. No. Yes. Your decision has been notated and the adjustments. Failure to participate in the study will result in a breach of Intellica TOS. A list of consequences of... Oh, consequences. I agree. This breach conduct has been noted. What? Oh, what did I do? Did I do it right? Quit. The yellow is ending. The yellow ending. Thank you for... Oh, I got the yellow ending here. What's this? Thank you for playing Qualia. There are multiple endings. You've reached this one. I hope you enjoyed your experience. Alright, everybody. That was Qualia. Very interesting game. Very unsettling. Very interesting, though, to think about how AI can disguise itself. I couldn't figure it out that time. But it was very interesting. And it was a fun game. But it freaked me out a little. But that is all the time I have for today. Thank you so much for watching if you did. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And I hope you enjoyed your time here in Cold Space. I will see you all in the next video. Bye for now.